Hello and welcome, it's Rooflemonger again with another Tekken video. This time I'll be going over Katarina's top 10 moves. Now, the last time I played Tekken before Tekken 7 was like Tekken 5 and all that, and top 10 moves were a very popular way to show the gist of what your character was good at and what you need to focus on because, you know, everyone has ridiculously long move lists, right? You're not going to remember these like 100 plus moves. Katarina only has 73, so that puts her in like near the bottom of the potential move list of some characters. Some people have almost 140, right? So these are the top 10 moves you need to know for the character and to help out your game and just to know what your character's strengths lie in. Anyways, without any further ado, let's get into it. Alright, to start off with, and keep in mind these moves, their listing is not in any particular order, but to start off with, we're going to start off by cheating a little bit. That's her 1-1 string. This guy right here. So what makes 1-1 so good is not necessarily just 1-1 by itself, although it is her fastest punish. It has the two can follow-ups, and it has more than just two follow-ups, but the two main ones are 1-1-1. And see here, that hits middle, the final hit, and 1-1-2. Now, the only thing that makes 1-1-1 good is the threat of 1-1-2. So 1-1-2, see here, it's not a natural combo, and that's almost the point. Because 1-1-2 leaves you massively advantage on block. Any moves that leave you advantage on block in Tekken are generally quite rare. So you can easily force a situation here once we hit the 1-1-2. We are plus 7 frames on block advantage. So after 1-1-2, we can go for a 4-4-4 counter hit string, or a down forward 4 counter hit string, or whatever you choose, any kind of mix up you want afterwards, right? And the opponent, being in such a massive frame disadvantage, has to submit to it or just start backing away. So with this in mind, the only thing is, since 1-1-2 is a high, they can duck the last hit, which is once again now where 1-1-1 comes in, because if they choose to duck it, that's a free decent chunk of damage. It does 23 points, that's pretty good for a jab especially, so it's just kind of your can mix up. You want to hit him with this, keep your plus frames, and then force him into a disadvantageous counter hit situation. And once they smarten up, start ducking that last hit, that's when you start saying, hey, stand back up. So it's a quick little can mix up, but it's one of her better tricks, and like I said, those plus frames in Tekken are incredibly rare, so it's a great thing to have. Now, since we just mentioned the counter hit setups, next move we're going to go over are those counter hit setups. So first off is down forward forward. That's diagonal down forward. So it's a quick little knee strike. So in and of itself, you can see here it's not too special. It's got a decent little bit of range, not too crazy, but definitely more than just a point blank move. But what makes it work here is we're going to turn on a counter hit. Now see here, when we hit them when they're counter hit, boom, it's crumple. It's a free combo starter. So Bob's your uncle, get whatever you choose. So mentioning that 1-1-2 before, so now when they're at the plus range, if they hit any button after that, you hit this right here, this is always going to win out, and you get a free combo. So it's great to keep people in check if you think they're just going to be mashing buttons. It's great just to throw out, and keep in mind it hits mid too, so it will hit ducking attacks. So it's just a fantastic starter either way. Now, the next great counter hit move is standing 4-4-4. So you've seen people mash this out by now, I'm sure, with Katarina, right? But you only want to use part of that. You want to use the first 3 hits, these guys. So once again, counter hit is on. So what makes this good is it does hit high, so it will go over people who do crouching moves or lows or what have you. But it starts in 11 frames, which is only 1 frame faster, or slower rather, than a standing jab, so it's quite quick. So you can get this and do whatever combos you choose afterwards. So, you know, all well and good. But yeah, it's just very fast and it carries a lot of threat with it. And one of the more fantastic parts about it is it's very safe on block. It's only -5, so there's absolutely no punish. And you can choose to sidestep maybe after it gets blocked or just, you know, otherwise stay defensive. But it's only mildly negative on block, so it's not that big of a deal when it gets blocked too. Considering the reward you can get if you connect with it, it's fantastic. Now this next move is going to be the most boring move you see on this list. It's the least sexy move. It's dull to look at, but it's a cornerstone of the offense. That's just diagonal down forward and 1. This guy right here. So, like I said, it doesn't look like much. It ain't, because it ain't much. What it is a great tool to keep people in check. It's her fastest middle attack rather. So once again, middles you can't duck. Comes in 13 frames, and it's only -1 on block, so it's basically might as well be neutral on block. You can sidestep after a block, or keep attacking unless they throw out a jab. Nothing they can toss out is going to beat you at -1. And it's +5 on hit, which is decently good advantage on hit. But yeah, it's a great tool just to keep people in check. Make sure they're not ducking on you or like doing high crush moves or any fancy stuff like that. It's just a good move to also create mental space, as in, okay, I don't know what to do with this particular second, so I'm just going to toss in here and give my brain a breather for a moment. And this will just kind of hold the person in place while I think. Maybe I'll go for something dastardly like a hop kick after that, or maybe some sort of low, but it'll just give you a mental space to think on your next move. Now, the following move is her best low poke. It's down 3. It's just a little shin kick here. And it has deceptive range, actually. It goes quite far. And it'll just keep people in check. Once again, just kind of like that down forward 1. Just keep people in check. Make them watch their toes. Now, one of the better parts about this move is it actually has 2 can follow-ups, which are down 3-3 and down 3-4. Now, these are not natural combos, you can see here, but they are on counter hit. And let's see here. And it's another way to discourage people to stop trying to mash buttons, because like I said, it's a natural combo on counter hit. And it's also a good little mix up, like say you just keep tapping them on their feet. You can catch them hitting buttons in between and frustrate them. Alright, now here we have a move where the fun starts. This up forward 4-4, this guy right here, is basically your main juggle combo starter. It's punishable on hit, but not too punishable. They're not going to get that big of a punish on you, and the rewards are just fantastic. You can get any combo of your choosing after this, and carry to the wall, what have you. I botched it right there, but it's where your bread is buttered. Your high damage comes from here. This quick example right here, right? Very high damage, a lot of wall carry, also crushes lows. Both hits are medium, so we'll go over lows. And it's just, overall, it's your party starter. Nothing more to be said than that. Now we have Katarina's down forward 2-4 string, this guy. So, in and of itself, it's not too flashy, but it has 2 great properties, and one, it's almost a move you want to be blocked because it's her only other advantage on block move besides her standing 1-1-2. So it leaves you at, it's not much, it's only a single frame that's positive, but any frame that's positive is better than nothing. And on the corner, it also wall splats, meaning you can get whatever little combo you want after that. It has decent range, as you see here, down 4-2 hits a good little while away. Second hit is a high, so they can duck it. Down 4-2 also has a can follow-up that's down 4-2-2. So if you anticipate the duck, second hit's a mid. That one, unlike the down forward 2-4, is incredibly unsafe though, just so you know. So this is always going to be where you're going to be going for. And it's a move to really watch out for when the opponent starts being near the wall, because you get that free wall splat, and thus you get a free combo. Next up on our list is standing 2-2. So what makes this move special is it's your second fastest punish besides standing 1-1. So standing 1-1 comes in at 10 frames, this comes in at 12. So it gives a nice little chunk of damage for a punish, 30 damage. It's not be big like the hop kick or anything like that. But, take what you get, depending on what's negative on block they throw out on you. Now, another thing, just like the move we had before, this move also wall splats. So once again, you get a combo off that if they're on the wall. So they got to mind their footing. But it's fairly simple. It's got decent little range. You can toss it out from the start of a round and it'll connect. And it's your second fastest punish besides stand 1-1. So if you can tell a move is not yet hop kick punishable, but you feel like you can get a bit more than stand 1-1, this is your go-to. Now this falling move, down, forward, 3 and 4, is quite a fun move because the range on this move is friggin' ridiculous. Like this is like Tekken Dowsum or something like that. And it goes very, very far. Like much farther than anyone can usually anticipate. Like most people cannot begin to even think of touching you from a range like this, but Katarina can. So in and of itself, it's just, you know, very far range low poke, fantastic on its own. But if it's a counter hit, it also gives you a guaranteed up back 4 for a combo. Depending on the range it hits at, if you're up close, you don't need to worry about moving, but if you are further away when it starts, you will have to do a quick dash to get it, but you get it nevertheless. Now, the final move on our list, I debated if I was going to make it or not, but I have to. It's debatably a bad move, but it's still one of our better moves. It's the down back 4. So it's slow, it's death if it gets blocked, but it leads to so much damage on hit because it's a natural combo starter, as you see here. So you can get any little thing you can think of. It is a high crush, meaning it will go under high attacks, so that's another step in its favor. But it's a giant risk reward thing, and I feel like the rewards in the end outweigh the risks. So it is what we term seeable, as it is slow enough that someone could react block it, and thus punish you. But like I said, it goes under goes under highs rather. So you can sneak in between attacks. It leads to so much damage. It's high 60s to middle 80s if you get the wall. It's, I don't know, it's a blessing and a curse basically. Definitely don't over abuse it, but it's a great tool to have in the arsenal because not many people have a low like this that can lead to so much insane damage. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I hope this video found you well. So this is partially based off what I've seen from other top players, and partially based on my opinion. I don't think anyone's going to put that down back 4 on their list, but I did, so whatever. So these are some of the moves you should focus on with Katarina going forward, because once again, everyone has such a giant move list, so these are the moves to watch out for, and I hope you can incorporate them into your game plan. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and go out and play some Tekken.